Building an oasis and sustaining an oasis in an environment where there's lots of uncertainty and transition isn't always easy. So I want to be really clear, the folks who are out there in the camps doing this work, this is some of the most grueling and difficult work that you can possibly do, but it is also some of the most important work that you can do. The people here working with children in these camps, those folks are the protectors of civilization. How we care for our youngest, most vulnerable citizens, especially when they're in times of great stress and need, will deeply impact how far we evolve as human beings. So the first thing, one is, can we find a sacred space? Can you find a place that you say, hey, this is gonna be our oasis? And I think having some consistency of a space and making sure that that space is accessible on a consistent basis is really important. And I also think when we look at the oasis, we are looking at it in terms of environment, activities, and interactions. So is the environment conducive? Does it feel safe? Is there glass and nails and stuff on the ground? Well, that would create an unsafe environment. So we want to make sure the physical environment feels like an oasis. In addition, things that we do in that space, well, they're also safe, joyful, engaging, connecting activities. But then also, the most core level, our interactions with children are always empowering, joyful, loving, validating, that we actually see children. It's a really important, people say, I respect children. To respect a child means to respect them, from the words to see them again. And so making sure we see and value children, getting down on their level, giving them choices, asking them what they like, what they don't like, looking for their suggestions, having them help you set things up. Children want to feel this sense of agency and power. And so the more we respect them and empower them and include them in this, creating this oasis, the better. And we can also tell children, we can be really transparent. Let them know you deserve an oasis. We need to do stuff to make sure that this space feels safe and joyful and connecting, and that it's fun and engaging for you. And can you partner with us to build this oasis? And if kids are breaking the ground rules, if they're struggling with each other, if they're fighting, to call them together and say, hey, everybody, what are our rules for an oasis? Does this feel safe when we're insulting each other, when we're pushing each other? We have to protect the oasis because you deserve to have one. And again, that feeling, kids need to feel that they are powerful and they are valuable. Oftentimes, kids who've had a lot of trauma and they're displaced and they're in camps, they feel invisible. And every child needs to feel of value and special. That's what we do as parents. We want our kids to feel special. And so we look at our kids, and none of our kids are a 1 in a million. A 1 in a million just means there's 8 people just like you in New York City alone. Every kid in that camp is a 1 in 7-point-something billion. They are a complete original. And so to see a child and to see them as a work of art, a work in progress, and a complete original, by seeing them that way, it allows us to honor them and value them. And when children are struggling or when their behaviors are hard for us and we're reacting to their behaviors, we remember, or we think that we're not asking ourselves, what's wrong with this kid? But instead thinking about, what happened to this kid? What has this child gone through that's contributed to them feeling so angry, feeling so volatile, or feeling so withdrawn? I think it's a really important piece for playmakers to be thinking about the experiences and learning about the experiences of the children in the camps so they can better understand them and not just make assumptions that, hey, this kid's a good kid, this kid's a bad kid, this kid gets in fights all the time.